Well, I think I have a gambling addiction now, thanks to all of you who wanted me to try out this Braiins Hashpower marketplace, essentially, to gamble away all my Bitcoin. I sent $600 worth of Bitcoin here to try and hit a Bitcoin block. So this is for all of you. I am doing this video here not only to showcase what I've been trying to attempt here, but also I kind of wanted to educate as well, just what I guess solo mining on Braiins Hashpower does. And I'm going to read through what is solo mining, try your luck feature, how it works, understanding your chances, best share. All right, so I'm not sponsored by Braiins at all. This is just me going through this because a lot of you guys wanted me to go through this, so I am just testing it out myself. Obviously, have I hit a Bitcoin block? No, I have not. And I've been going through, we did a live stream and we gave away some hash rate. And in this video, I want to give away solo mining hash rate to a lucky winner for today's video. So just comment down below, guys, what you guys think about this. I'll give you my opinion. Ultimately, I think this is a complete gamble and like a waste of money. So I don't advise anyone to do this. You know, even Braiins here has a important, finding a solo block is very rare. Your chance of finding a block is small and most attempts will not find a block. Only spend what you are comfortable losing. So I was comfortable losing about $600 worth of Bitcoin, and I put onto this platform. I shouldn't have done that, but I want to give away, we'll do a 50K set, I guess $33 10 petahash rental. Okay, 2-hour rental. So just comment down below your guys' thoughts. I'll choose the winner in 24 hours, and don't post your Bitcoin address. Just I'll reply to your comment if you won. You just have to email me your Bitcoin address and I'll send you, or I'll click on this to give you a 2-hour 10 petahash hash rate rental for solo mining Bitcoin. Okay, so pretty cool. This is very interesting. I thought I'd go ahead and try it. So guys, let's begin with the video here. And so what I'm showcasing today is not sponsored by Braiins at all. They never hit me up. I never hit them up. I've never been sponsored by Braiins. Okay, so I'm doing this on my own accord, my own money. I sent Bitcoin to the platform and I've been trying to solo mine here. Obviously have not hit any block, but I can't forget today's video sponsor, cryptominerbros.com. We're actually doing a Avalon Q giveaway on one of my other videos. So if you go check out the best crypto miners for home mining in 2026 video that I posted about 7 days ago, looks like we had already 1,300 comments. Just comment, just watch that video to understand how the giveaway will work, okay? So thank you to cryptominerbros.com. If you guys are looking for ASIC miners or maybe even an Avalon Q, they have USA stock for the Avalon Q. Use code REDPANDA, you get another $70 off, so it's $15.29, all right, for a Avalon Q. So links down below if you are interested. Okay, so let's go through here, guys. I just wanted to showcase here. All right, so I've been trying to try my luck. All right, and I knew that I wasn't gonna get a block, and I bought one for Rabid Mining. Rabid, I think yours is right here, but he didn't get one. Or no, this one is his. I bought one for myself, and I got a best share of 109G, but ultimately, which the difficulty right now I think is 144T. So all the previous orders that I did, I, of course, did not hit that best share. Okay, so above 144T. Anyways, I just wanted to show here how I placed an order. Okay, it's very easy. I thought it was more cumbersome, but it's actually pretty easy. And making an account was quite different from other platforms. I'm not going to go through it here. You guys can just go through it. It's very easy, but there's no like password. There's like an account key, essentially. That's how you log in. So when you create your email or account or username, and you have to associate a Telegram account, that's how it works. So anyways, for solo mining, okay, so Braiins Hashpower here is right now, as of recording, so I've been seeing that they have hash rate about 1.9 exahash, 2 exahash, and this changes, I found throughout the day. Sometimes I saw it at 1. It just really fluctuates a lot. And of course, their available hash rate fluctuates as well. Okay, so depending on how many people are renting it, of course. And then if you look down here, there's the order book. So you can actually see some of the bids here some people are trying to do for getting solo hash rate or just getting hash rate. I don't necessarily think it could be for pool mining as well. But looking at mainly for solo mining, there's this try your luck tab at the top. And this is where I was able to choose, I guess, my stake here in terms of renting, you know, petahash worth of Bitcoin. miners. So you can, the smallest one here that I could see, there is a slider here, but the lowest one I could get was 2 petahash, 2.1 petahash. And that costs about $6.79 or 10,000 Satoshis for 2 hours. So that's a lot of hash rate. 2.1 petahash is, I don't know, like I'm going to say 15, 16 S21 XPs. You know, S21 XPs are like, you know, massive. Sorry, did I say 16? More like roughly, or 7 would be 2.1 petahash worth of hash rate. So pretty large amount of power, right? Times this 3645 watts times 7 times 8. That's a lot of power. But looking at Braiins here to rent, you know, for 2 hours for $6, you know, $7, that's, I feel like it's not terrible, but obviously this is quite the gamble, right? For solo mining. And if you spend $6 and within that 2 hours, you don't find a block, you get nothing, right? You have nothing else. You're not getting like a physical part of the miner or something like that. Once you spend that money, it's essentially gone, okay? Unless you hit a block, of course. But they have other packages here you can just freely choose, but then you can also choose, depending on this slider here, you can go all the way up to like, I think at one point I saw was 600, but that depends on the available hash rate on Hashpower. So pretty interesting, right? And let me just go through like a quick rental here. I'm just gonna click on this, okay? This won't actually, you won't be able to click on anything unless you know, deposit Bitcoin. So I had to deposit Bitcoin. It took about 3 confirmations. So I just let it go for an hour, and then I eventually got my Bitcoin into my account. And how to do that is just go to your account and you get the receiving Bitcoin address there. So you send the Bitcoin to your account, and then now you can choose, okay, you can choose a hash rate package. So as you guys can see, since we're doing the $6 one, $7 ones, 10,000 Satoshis, and you can see the price per BTC exahash a day, which is cool. Estimated exahash is 0.0021, so 2.1 petahash. Duration, 2 hours, around 2 hours. Pool, Braiins solo pool. All right, I have to enter my Bitcoin address here. As you guys can see, it puts a random worker name. You can't change it yourself, but it does put your Bitcoin address, which is all that matters. Then it says a Telegram confirmation will be required to complete this bid. So I'm going to click on confirm bid. Then you will see waiting for Telegram confirmation. Check your Telegram for confirmation link. The request will expire in 15 minutes. So you can see on your left here, I have Telegram open and I got a message, action confirmation required. All right. So I just have to simply click to confirm. Okay. And it's going to confirm. And this is a web page it opened in. Request confirmed. Your request has been successfully confirmed. You can now close this window. All right. And then now you can see that solo mining bid created successfully. All right. I hit close on this. And now it's going to show up under orders. Okay. If you go to orders at the top, now you can see my second one. I already had another one going because I was like, I was shaking. I was like, I need to get another hit. I need to gamble some more money. I need to hit that Bitcoin block. Dude, I'm telling you guys, this is an addiction, and I'm going down a very bad road. I have to tell you that this is not good. I shouldn't have put this much Bitcoin on this platform. And I'm going to be like gambling away all the Bitcoin, and I'm not going to get anything. I'm not going to get anything. So what I'm going to do though, is do more giveaways for you guys. So hopefully you guys stay tuned and watch all my videos, because I'll probably do it like this. All right. So that's how it all works in this regard. All right. So it's just going to go, you can actually click on it in here and you can actually see the data. Actually, I'll click on this one. This one's been going for a while. So you can see the hash rate going up and down, and you can see best share, best result 432M, which is not in T. So we're definitely not hitting the block there. But you can see more information stuff here. You can see best result. You can actually go to Braiins stats here, and you can see the hash rate. You can see the active accounts here on that address, on this Bitcoin address. Actually opens up more of the worker names, which is cool because these are all the other previous orders that I did. So that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. But ultimately, I have not hit a block. All right, so let's go through this Braiins Academy, okay? Anyone already knows about solo mining, all that stuff. You don't need to watch this part or listen, but just feel free. I'm just going to go through and read this whole thing for anyone that's just wanting to understand, I guess, this whole feature and what is solo mining Bitcoin. So Braiins Hashpower for solo mining. The Try Your Luck feature on Braiins Hashpower allows you to quickly purchase hash rate for solo Bitcoin mining, giving you a chance to find an entire block reward. All right, so what is solo mining? Okay, so solo mining means mining Bitcoin independently without sharing rewards with a pool when solo mining. You keep the entire block reward if you find a block. So currently a block reward right now is 3.125 Bitcoin plus transaction fees. You receive nothing if you don't find a block. High variance, long periods without rewards, but potentially large payout. Okay, so solo mining is essentially an ongoing lottery where your hash rate determines your number of tickets. It is typically pursued by miners with low powered hardware where regular pool mining would not be profitable anyway. All right, so hence, a lot of these, Nano 3s or, Avalon Qs or even Nerd QX pluses, all these types of little devices that are out there. These are the most common thing most people are solo mining with, including myself. Have I hit a Bitcoin block yet? No, because there's definitely a lot of people out there. So the chances of you hitting a Bitcoin block with one of these things is obviously very, very low. But now, okay, going back here anyway, solo mining versus pool mining. All right, so you can see for solo mining, you can receive the full block reward. Payout frequency is very rare, if ever, right? Of course, very low chances. Variance is extremely high, best for enthusiasts seeking occasional thrill. All right, hence hence the solo mining thing here, the feature that they have. This is the thrill of it, right? This is the fun of gambling, essentially, right? But for pool mining, okay, for people that are maybe having a lot bigger miners, see the reward per block, you're getting proportional share. You're pool mining to a central pool that finds the block and then it shares it amongst everyone who is on that pool. Payout frequency, regular and consistent, right? So with a lot of the bigger miners, S21XPs or S21s, these types of miners, you're going to be paid out more frequently, right? Instead of solo mining. Variance is low. It's best suited for miners seeking long-term income. All right. So that's definitely different type of scale here, right? From solo mining to pool mining. But I've seen a lot of bigger players, solo mine with bigger miners like these as well, right? There's tons of people who do that as well. So now let's read through the try your luck feature. Braiins Hashpower includes a try your luck feature that simplifies solo mining through the Hashrate Marketplace. Instead of setting up your own solo mining infrastructure, you can purchase Hashrate that mines directly to a solo mining destination. The best part is that you can try your luck with much higher hash rate than you could afford to own. Okay, so that's very true, right? You're spending not that much for gambling essentially, but it's unlike buying a Avalon Q or Nerd QX++ or a BitX Gamma, which are $100 to a couple $100. It's a tangible product that you get to keep and also try your luck every 10 minutes. But in this case, we only have a time frame of spending $7 for 2 hours of hash rate, right? If you guys understand that. So context, to put the odds in perspective, operating a Braiins mini miner, 1 terahash, for an entire year gives approximately 0.005% chance of finding a block. At the time of writing, this is roughly equivalent to spending $15 on try your luck. All right, so they're equating the electricity usage. If you spend $10 a week on try your luck, your yearly chance of finding a block is approximately 0.17%. All right, so they're saying here that you're going to be having higher odds if you're, let's say, using their platform, spending $10 a week on try your luck. Okay, so lottery comparison. How does try your luck compare to traditional lotteries, assuming $500 a year to spend? So looking at this, they're comparing it to Euro Millions, jackpot, Powerball, try your luck, $100 million, if I'm looking at that right. So years to win. So the odds, I guess, for Euro Millions would be 700,000. Powerball's 1.1 million. Try your luck would be 625. Try your luck is 208,000. So prize $65 million. Okay, for Euro Millions jackpot. Powerball would be $150 million jackpot. Try your luck, 1 block for Bitcoin would be, right, well, as of right now would be 200K, right? Bitcoin's 68,000, so about $200,000, right? And then try your luck with $100 million, your prize would be 100 million, I guess. Wow. Okay. So if I'm reading this correctly, they're meaning that finding 1 Bitcoin block takes roughly 1,000x fewer years than winning a lottery jackpot, though the prize is smaller. So they're just saying the chances would be a lot lower going through, I guess, their try your luck thing here. But for similar size prizes, 300K, the comparison is even more striking. So they're just showing the difference here between the prizes and the odds, essentially. So the odds for try your luck, if you're spending 10K sats or what, $6-7, chance is 1 in 34,500. All right. So they're saying that your odds are going to be a lot better. And hence we do like using like solochance.org to calculate, let's just say 2.1 petahash, right? That's how much we were renting for $7 for 2 hours. But you can see here, chance per hour, it says here, we have about, 1 in 77,263. Okay, so yeah, pretty interesting. Or chance per block, 1 in 463,576. So the odds are definitely good, right, in that regard. Anyways, Try Your Luck offers 200 to 340x better odds for a comparable prize. All right, so solo mining tiles. The market view displays pre-configured solo mining options. So, okay, we already looked at this. We don't need to explain that, but yeah, the tiles were essentially this part where you can choose Try Your Luck. I guess these are called tiles. So you can choose, the packages essentially. Okay, and then how it works, I guess we also went through this, so I don't need to go through this as well. So let's go through the understanding your chances. Okay, probability calculation. I thought this is really cool. Your chance of finding a block is calculated as chance equals total shares divided by network difficulty. Total shares equals hash rate divided by 2 to the power of 32 times duration seconds. Network difficulty equals current Bitcoin network difficulty. All right, so the calculation example, this is how it is calculated. For a 2.8 petahash delivery lasting 2 hours at network difficulty of 148T, which actually right now network difficulty for Bitcoin is 144T, total shares equals 2.8 times 10 to the power of 15 divided by 2 to the power of 32 times 2 times 3,600 equals 4,693,865,776. All right, so the chance equals that number divided by 148 times 10 to the power of 12 equals 0.00317. So this is how it calculates your chance of finding a block. That's actually really cool. So here is how it's calculated. You guys take a screenshot, or just, I'll have this Academy for Braiins link down below, so in case anyone wants to do the math there. So example probabilities, these approximate examples, actual probabilities vary with network conditions. So what they mean by network conditions is the network difficulty, the hash rate, and all that stuff. So that's how it's calculated here. But you can see, right, if you had 100 petahash and a duration of 2 hours, you would have an approximate 0.11% chance to find a block. If you had 1 exahash, you would have 1.1% chance. Okay. Now, here is the reality of solo mining. All right. The Bitcoin network has over 1,000 exahash of total hash rate. Even large solo miners face very low probabilities. Treat solo mining as entertainment, not an investment strategy. All right, so of course, for people that are solo mining right now, as we all know, we all knew it. This is a lottery play, and yeah, for all of us that are doing this, especially through Hashpower like myself, this is something I already felt that I wasn't gonna find a block, or hence I didn't really spend all my money yet. I have like maybe $400 worth of Bitcoin left, but ultimately, it's for entertainment. It's for fun. It's gambling. Everyone hopefully understands this. So, okay, now let's look at the best share. All right, this is actually one I know a lot of people maybe get confused about. Even I got confused about sometimes. In solo mining, the platform shows your best share, the highest difficulty share found during your mining session. This gives you a sense of how close, you came to finding a block. Best shares are displayed as long as the respective worker is tracked by Braiins Solo, or a lot of solo mining pools will show best share, right? 100G, 100M, or 144T if you hit that. But anyways, what is share difficulty? Every hash submitted by a miner has a difficulty value. Most shares have a very low difficulty, millions, but occasionally you'll find shares with higher difficulty in the billions or even in the trillions. A share that means or exceeds the network difficulty would be a valid block. All right, so here we go. Okay, so here's the scale. I thought this is really cool to realize here. Share difficulties are measured in standard SI prefixes. So in the M would be mega, G would be giga, T would be tera, 10T, 10T, 150T. Okay, so you can see if you're, if you hit over 144T, you would get a block found, right? But then, majority of our little solo miners, a lot of our, Nerd QX pluses, all these types of miners, we would be hitting, for majority of us would be hitting in the, G's, sometimes maybe some of them in the T's, but it doesn't matter until you actually hit over the current network difficulty is, which is 144 as of recording. But anyways, so here's a really cool interactive scale that they have here. So I hit like a 10G, 10 giga on a nerd, like a BitX gamma or something. And yeah, so that would be 0.0066667% of the network difficulty. But if your device somehow hit a 10T, that would be 6.7% of the network difficulty. And then as you go higher, right, as you guys can see, if you hit 150T, that would be 100% of network difficulty. So, look at this. Interpreting your best share. Common shares, nothing special for M. G range, good shares, above average. T range, excellent shares, getting close to the block territory. 10T, exceptional with striking distance. 150T or less or greater, congratulations, you found a block. So finding a high difficulty share doesn't increase your future chances. Each hash is independent, but it's exciting to see how close you came. So I love how they explain it here. Again, I'm going to read it again. Finding a high difficulty share doesn't increase your future chances. Each hash is independent, but it's exciting to see how close you came. All right, so now creating a solo mining bid. This is for if you want to create a custom bid instead of going through the tiles. I'm not going to go through that here, but that's pretty much it. But actually, I'm going to read the final tips for solo mining. So set realistic expectations. Winning is very rare. Treat it as a lottery. Use disposable budgets. Only spend what you are comfortable losing. Was I comfortable losing $600 in Bitcoin? No, definitely not. But monitor market price. A lower price means more hash rate for the same budget. Increase your chances. Consider timing. When a transaction fees are high, the potential block reward is higher too. Have fun. The excitement is part of the appeal. Number 5 is 100%. That's what it is. That's what it's all about, is having fun. Do I have fun personally losing Bitcoin? No. But I guess the excitement here is trying to hit a Bitcoin block, right? Number 6 says, do it yourself. Create a solo bid manually for full control over price, speed, and duration. Note that the chance to find a block depends on the total number of shares submitted, whether you mine with 2 petahash or 10 hours or 20 petahash for 1 hour. The chances are exactly the same. So guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to go through in this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Did I hit a block? Let me see here. Nope. That the gentleman who did 2 days ago, it's still there, as you guys can see there. I think this platform's been around for months now, and it's funny to see just recently, like 2 days ago as of recording, they some guy hit a block with solo mining, right? With Try Your Luck. So the odds of us hitting a block or using this platform, doing it this way, obviously very, 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 very low chance, right? Unless you had a bunch of hash rate, right? Which I'm not going to spend the rest of my money, of a $43 left in Bitcoin to, I could rent 133 petahash for 2 hours and have a 0.15% chance. 1 in 634 chance to hit a block. I'm not doing that. Should I do that? No. Wait, we're doing a giveaway, so I gotta save some money here for you guys. So just comment down below if you guys made it to the end of this video. What do you guys think about this? All right, let me know down below. And yeah, gonna give away hash rate for you guys. Solo mining hash rate. I'll do the we'll do the 50. Did I say 30K or 50K sats? Anyway, I'll remember when I watch this video back. Okay, I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out. I better hit a block. Damn it.